After the tragic events of Christchurch, the Crusaders sat out round 5 of Super Rugby and had a week to reflect and ultimately prepare for round number 6, where they cross the ditch, and waiting for them will be the Waratahs, ready to go for whatever is thrown at them. Hello everyone and welcome on to Cornflakes Group, your home of Rugby Challenge 3 and the Super Rugby matchup of the weekend. Yes, this is our second matchup of the weekend as well. The Waratahs at home facing the Crusaders, and this one was an interesting matchup. Of course, the Crusaders missing out round 5. Now they are back and across the ditch to face the Waratahs. This is a good Waratahs side as well. Really have failed to show anywhere near their potential as a top-level Super Rugby side, but the talent is definitely there. When you look through the side, there is a test match experience and Super Rugby experience littered throughout. The likes of Kepu, Holloway, Simmons, Hannigan, Hooper and Dempsey lead a very, very good forward pack, and the back line looks possible with doing many great things as well. Phipps and Foley, partner in the halves, Curly Beale and Adam Ashley Cooper in midfield, and of course, how could you forget about Israel Folau at fullback? They look dangerous to Waratahs, but are they good enough to beat the weak-rested Crusaders side? And coming up against them is plenty of experience of their own. It is a side which probably might lack in the front row, with a newcomer Harrison Allen getting his first start on the loose end side of the front row, but he's got plenty of good company alongside the likes of Cody Taylor and Ella Toa on the tight head side. Sam Whitelock returns to the team in the second row with Taufua, Todd and Douglas along the back row. Plenty of power there for those boys. Bryn Hall gets started at 9 and he'll partner for the first time Brett Cameron, who will start at fly half. All the experience and X Factor on the outside, so Crotty, Goodhue, Bridge, Enor and of course David Havili starting in the number 15 jumper for the two-time defending champions. The Crusaders though have much to do after that tough week that was last week. We're all set to go here though. It is the Waratahs in the blue, and it is the Crusaders playing in their away strip here tonight in the full white kit. No red Crusaders here. It is blue versus white. The Waratahs ball in hand with Brendan Foley, and referee gives them the all clear, and we are underway. Kick-off from Foley is sneaked down to Crusaders territory, and it is Sam Whitelock that grabs that ball in for the first breakdown of the matchup. Taylor goes wide, and Brett Cameron hits this one away and gets good distance on it as well. Up over halfway and quickly thrown in from Foley. Newsom away to Beale. Curly Beale steps one and gets his side up towards halfway. Plenty of numbers jump on in there for the Waratahs, and here they go to the side of Brendan Foley. Almost slices through. Dangerous run there. Here is Fitzpatrick to Dempsey to Beale, and away to Clark. Big opportunity on the right side for Clark. Kicks on the top. Can he regather? That's the question, no. Bryn Hall saves the day. Oh, how'd he get a kick away? Mid-tackle there. Bryn Hall saves the Crusaders, and Israel Folau runs it straight back. But what a break from Cameron Clark. The spark for the Waratahs as here goes Sekope Kepu. Straight through the middle of the field. He is a hard run of the ball. Waiting for it now. Nick Phipps stopping it down here for the Waratahs. Simmons, nice ball to Harry Johnson Holmes. He's got Clark again. Cameron Clark, one on Havili. Another good tackle from David Havili, and this time turned over and given away, but a forward pass way back from Havili will give this ball straight back to the Waratahs. And the Crusaders can't seem to get themselves down to 22 at the moment. Very pinned down. And now it is a scrum feed to the home team. The Waratahs feed to the Phipps. Good strike as well. Very good. Here's Dempsey. A pick and go from the number 8. Close to the sideline. And he stayed in. The assistant referee is right there, but the Crusaders can see it. And it goes back. Hall to Cameron, who goes straight across the pitch. And it bounces for Beale, who gets it on the second go, and he's got Newsom with him, gets it to Hannigan, and then Hannigan, double left-hand wing, Hannigan at the fan, Hannigan will score! Oh wow, what a start by the Waratahs! Ned Hannigan scores, and some lazy defence from the Crusaders out wide gifts them the opening points. Curly Beale started it off. He had support there from Alex Newsom, who did very well in those offloads, but it was there for Hannigan, who did an extremely good job fending off the attempted tackle from Harrison Allen, and through he goes for the try. Excellent work by the Waratahs. They spent a lot of time down here. They've got down here, they've pitched the tent, and they are not going anywhere without points. Great work from the back rowers. The Waratahs start off with a flurry. Brendan Foley's had a fairly average kicking 2019 so far, as have many fly halves, but we're hoping against a team like the Crusaders he can get things on the money, which he does for a start. Great kick from Brendan Foley, and the Waratahs lead the Crusaders 7-0 here. And an interesting start to this matchup, which has seen all one-way traffic. The Waratahs camping down, and the Crusaders 22. Almost 20 minutes gone, almost half-time in the first half. Is back underway. We go through Brent Cameron, and he finds it to Phipps, and Nick Phipps looking for a little bit of territory. He stops the ball. It's picked up by the Crusaders. Bryn Hall sniping through a little hole very quickly there from Hall. They go to the right, and they do very well outside, and it's going to be a chance for them to score. Braden Enor has been pummeled over the sideline. Who saved that? Was it Nick Phipps? I think it was. He ran a long way, and it looked like there was going to be a try to be scored, but it is a defensive line out now for the Waratahs. So they go back to Brendan Foley, who hammers this away over the head of Havili at the back. He finally regathers now, and he offloads in the tackle. A good piece of defensive work there as the Crusaders try to break it back through Quinton Strange, the back top forward. Nicely offload. Strange is back in it again. Straight off that rock and straight to the action is Quinton Strange. Whitelock goes wide, and they're looking a bit more impressive now, the Crusaders. Finding room from Crotty, going away to George Bridge, back to Jack Goodhue, trying to step inside Folau, but Adamashi Cooper turns it over. Numbers for the Waratahs. Newsom gets a loose ball. Hannigan does well. Here's Simmons, a big run for the big second rower. And he trundles along Rob Simmons to the 10-metre line. 40 metres out. Waratahs attack once more. Beale gives to no one. And a desperate dive from Hooper. Well, it doesn't save position because George Bridge has it back. Bridge going for the corner. It's Folau. He saves one. He goes to Whitelock, who slows down just enough. And Folau and Buddies get a hand on him. Crusaders with a huge charge through the middle, and it's going to be a try. How wide they go? Easy from Brent Cameron. Creates it beautifully through the middle from Bryn Hall. And the reply comes eventually from the Crusaders. And it's fly half Brent Cameron who sets that up. They also run number 8, Fitu Douglas, had that final say in the play. But it was through here. They got it nicely into that gap. Excellent work. Created earlier from Bryn Hall, who set that up away to Douglas. A real team try finished by this conveyor belt of talented fly halves of the Crusaders. Brent Cameron is the latest to roll off and jump himself into a starting number 10 outfit. He puts the Crusaders back on level pegging to the 7-7. Waratahs and the Crusaders all tied up. 4 minutes till the break. And we are back where she all begun. 7-7, Brendan Foley back on the boot. He goes high and well taken from Fitzpatrick as well. The hooker, Damien Fitzpatrick, is in it all. Foley waits in scrum half. And he goes to a little run, misses out. Phipps goes to Johnson Holmes to Adamashi Cooper. Chance for another one, but it falls apart. Poor pass from Ashley Cooper. It's a pick and go, and it's not a bad one as well from Hannigan. He's in for a double. He's got Dempsey! Oh, and Dempsey will score right on the stroke of half-time. What a time to score it. Jack Dempsey with a try, and the back rowers having a party. Waratahs will take the lead into the break. But how about this from Hannigan and Dempsey? Beautiful pick and go, saw all the space, and his back row partner was right in support. Excellent continuity from the Waratahs, but you gotta say it once more, poor defence from the Crusaders. No one tracking back along that little blindside channel, and that is going to cost you. Bryn Hall trying to get back in time, but those back rowers had enough just to get themselves all the way home. An important kick this from Foley. It's Cameron. It's looking all right as well on his other side. Here is Foley though, way out left. That's a good kick. It'll be 14 points to 7. Waratahs will take the lead into the break. Just a late try from Jack Dempsey gives them that buffer at the half-time break. An interesting opening 40 minutes of rugby we've had between the Waratahs and the Crusaders, but you can see it's a home team who really dominated most facets of this matchup. The early stanza where they scored their first try, they had all the possession and all the territory. You can see it hasn't changed too much, just missing out on 70% of both possession and territory for the opening 40 minutes. The Crusaders doing more work on defence, but when you look at the bottom line, you can see that both sides have had plenty of chances to put points on the board. The Waratahs have taken 2, one very late. The Crusaders, though, will need a good, strong second half to get back into this matchup. And if there's anything that you know the Crusaders are good at, it is a strong second half performance. They trail by just 7 as the Waratahs take a nice little lead into the break. Can they find a way back? Let's get to the action and find out. So back out we go, and it's Brett Cameron who has a conversion to his name and a tidy little first 40 minutes already to his performance so far, but it is defence that the Crusaders will have to tighten up. They can't afford to let the Waratahs run away with this one as Harry Johnson-Holmes takes in another kickoff. Very strong, big loose head prop he is as well. Here it is for Damien Fitzpatrick, going away to Curtly Beale, who looks for the safety of the sideline, but doesn't quite strike it as well as he'd like. And David Havili will run it back, but it's knocked on by the Crusaders. And here's an opportunity now for the Waratahs to strike straight back. Having it again, he has been deadly for the Waratahs. He's lost in the breakdown, but it won't matter because we will go back for the knock on by Jack Goodhue.
Crouch. Bind.
A player you do not normally associate with errors is Jack Goodhue. Is an average first hit by the Waratahs. Sees this scrum completely twist to the left side defensively for the Crusaders. And more to the open side for the Waratahs as Dempsey goes for another scamper. He's got that white line fever in his eyes. He's got one already, which will make him very pleased. Here's Phibbs. Away to Harry Johnson-Holmes on a bad run. Look at the prop go. Bulldozing his way over. Body Snow. He's in touch. Oh, that would have been a miraculous try from the young loose-head prop. In touch, just. Great last-ditch defensive effort by the Crusaders. Saved that one from going even further behind, but that's the line out. Foley's got it back. Foley steps. Oh, he slips. Foley going over. Oh, what a tackle. It is defensive battle stations at the moment for the Crusaders. This one could be over in an instant, and it will be. Now it's the second row. Another try. This time it'll be Rob Simmons. 19-7, a pick and go from the back of a 5-metre ruck, not even that, 2 or 3 metres out. Simmons said, I'll have a piece of that. Big fan there on Havili, just to give him that little bit extra. And he dots down right under the sticks. How close was Foley? Incredible effort from the number 10, but this was power from Rob Simmons. And he extends that Waratahs lead out even further. And Brendan Foley could jump on this and make it a 14-point lead. It's just slightly to the left. There should be no worries here for Foley. Strikes it well and over it goes. It's 21-7. Time is ticking for the Crusaders. And they need tries. They need them fast to get back in this game. 55 almost on the clock now, so just over 20 to go. 25 minutes for the Crusaders to find a way back. A short one from Cameron, and it's straight up and straight back down. The try scorer grabbing it back for his side. And it sits up for Nick Phibbs. Takes his time and box kicks towards the touchline. It's a terrible kick. It's an absolute shocker. It's giving the ball straight back to the Crusaders, who attack instantly. Ryan Crotty with a good little run through a couple of defenders. But Johnson Holmes turns it over and gives it straight back to Douglas.
Release.
Well, it's you have a go, I'll have a go. A phase each at the moment from these two sides as Jordan Taufua has a bit of a rumble. This is probably the longest little passage of play we've seen the Crusaders have the ball. Here's Goodhue. And Jack Goodhue is stopped right on halfway as well. Here is a run from the new man, Harrison Allen. And he's stopped a couple metres further back. How won't they go? Brandon Ennell, this is a good chance. But he has put down a good lead though. 12 metres upfield, but Alex Newsom has turned it over and it's back to the Waratahs. And that little frenzy that the Crusaders were having with the ball has been quickly interrupted. They might get it straight back. No. Well done there from the Waratahs. Nick Phibbs left to Kepu, knocked it on. Oh, a mistake there from Sekope Kepu. And another option now for the Crusaders. It's short from Taylor. Oh, and lost again. Simmons has another go. Oh, goodness me. The turnovers in the second half are frantic.
Crouch. Bind.
So, of course, the advantage was with the Crusaders.
Set.
We will go back for the scrum. 14 points difference. We're almost in that final 10-minute passage where the Crusaders normally explode into action. It's a good scrum. Brindle waits for the back. He sees it in the feet of Fitu Douglas. Goes to Brett Cameron. Out wide to Ryan Crotty. He's got support with him. He goes early to Bridge. Back inside. They go looking for a way through. Back through the middle. They don't see any way there. Brad Nenor has a bit of a run and he's stopped viciously by the Waratahs defence again. Jack Goodhue. Wide for Bryn Hall. That's a good ball outside. And now it's a chance again for the elusive Jordan Taufua. But he's lost it. Oh, Newsom gets it back. A delicate kick though from Newsom. Opens door straight back up for the Crusaders out wide. Ryan Crotty and no defenders in front. He's in for the Crusaders. And just like we talked about, that final 10 minutes is here. And the Crusaders have delivered their second try. Wow, that was a nothing kick from Alex Newsom. But it was that ball delivered quickly out wide for Ryan Crotty that sealed the deal for the Crusaders' second try. Maybe he should have put a little bit more on it. Brad Nenor picked it up, and then it was a big pass wide, delivering Ryan Crotty. Not the quickest, but all that space in the world. And he easily beat Adam Ashley Cooper to the corner. We've said it all night, but important kick this as well. When you're trailing by 14, you can't let too many miss. Here is Cameron. It's on the right hand upright. It holds its line beautifully. And Brett Cameron keeps the Crusaders alive. Trailing now by just 7, 21 to 14. It is game on for the final 5. Brendan Foley, I expect, will want to go incredibly deep here with this one. Put massive pressure on the Crusaders and make them go length of the field. Here we go. It is game time back underway. And they quickly go wide to Goodhue. And it is Newsom who takes him down. And Brad Nenor quickly over that ball to secure it for the visiting side. Hall misses out about 3 players going to try scorer Crotty. Who goes back to Allen. So they're on 22 now, and Ali Alatoa gives it wide, and now they're getting a bit desperate on the Crusaders. And George Bridge has room, gets away from Fitzpatrick rather easily as well, as you'd expect. Oh, turned over! Clark's got it! The buzzer's gone! Adam Ashley Cooper running in circles, gets some space, and Adam Ashley Cooper kicks the Waratahs to victory! They hang on, the fast finishing Crusaders, but it was the ruck breakdown and defensive work of the Waratahs that kept them in the lead and gave them this massive, massive victory over the previously undefeated Crusaders side. Well, what an upset that is. It always looked like the Crusaders were going to hit back. It always looked like they were going to put something in the coffin of the Waratahs, but it just never come. The Waratahs just kept doing enough. Good start in the first half, and they closed it out nicely with a Rob Simmons try midway second half to put that lead out even further. 21-14, Simmons, Hannigan and Dempsey with the tries. That's right, 3 forwards, 1 in the second row, 2 in the back row. Well played, something you don't see very often at all at this level as well. Bernard Foley, 3 out of 3 from the tee. The kickers were flawless. Brett Cameron and Ryan Crotty dotted over for the Crusaders, and Cameron was 2 out of 2 from the tee as well for the visiting side, but not enough to take out the Waratahs, who started fast and held their end of the deal through the whole 80 minutes. Well, we saw the first half stats and how dominant the Waratahs were at that point. It was pulled back a lot. We've seen a lot more phases from the Crusaders, but they couldn't string enough together to give themselves a real threat in this matchup. Too many errors and too many, well, unsupportive runs, I guess you could call it, where they didn't have the players at the breakdown and lost the ball to some good fetching from the Waratahs. 57% of territory and possession going to the home team, a big turnaround as well. But you look at the bottom line and you see, well, sorry, the second to bottom line, and you see the Waratahs with 7 line breaks, the Crusaders with 9. Yet you look at the top line and see that scoreline. Not very often the Crusaders outline break you and don't win the matchup as well. That bottom line we spoke about, defence, tackles. The Crusaders made a lot more in the first half. The Waratahs come to the party, trusted their defence, and got the job done. A massive upset here by the Waratahs. They'll be taking that massively into that mental state for the rest of the season. To beat the back-to-back defending champions is no mean feat, and they've done a fantastic job to do enough to win the game. It wasn't pretty, it wasn't nice, but a win is a win. The Crusaders, much to go back to the drawing board about. All the effects of what's happened recently with the side and with the region has to be taking a toll on this team. But back to the game, you've got to step it up. They were a bit below the mark and they've paid the ultimate price. 21-14 the Waratahs over the Crusaders, and that is it for today's episode of the matchup of round 6. Of course, 2 matches this weekend, so I hope you all enjoyed the rugby action. This one was a bit too monumental to miss out, so I had to chuck it in as a bit of an extra. Despite the ongoings, the Waratahs still did well enough to beat the Crusaders, which any state of the game, that is not an easy task. I'll see you all again next week for plenty from round number 7. Until then, thanks for tuning in and watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up and of course subscribe so you do not miss all the action coming. Subscriber series coming your way, more Super Rugby. You've got the preview as well on the channel coming very, very soon, so I hope to see you all there for those videos, and especially this weekend, Sunday, 7:30, it is episode 1, Subscriber Series Season 3. I'll see you all there. Until then, thanks for watching, and as always, take care.